Hello and welcome to the Something Gaming Podcast. This is episode 8. This is episode 8, right? I don't check these things.
It is 8.
Okay, well, I didn't script that or anything. I actually kind of forgot. I've been. I have to check now. This is the worst intro ever, but we're keeping it in.
Seven.
We're doing it live.
It's 7. It's 7. All right, it's 7.
Oh, this is
7. No, 7 is already done.
No, shit, you're right.
Oh,
that was last week.
Yeah, this.
Yep, you're right. Yeah, that was my bad. All right.
Oh yeah, the Something Gaming Podcast episode. So this is episode 8. All right.
Yeah, we got orange,
so welcome
red,
to Something
purple.
Gaming Podcast, episode 8, where we don't know what episode we're on every week because I don't look it up beforehand, and I've lost track at this point. Thank you for joining us today. I'm here with Nioh and Thuy, as usual. I promised a guest last week, and I failed to deliver my promise. That's something you can expect from this channel, failed promises.
Oh my god.
So Nioh, how you doing? I'll ask each of you at one time, because we take turns on this podcast.
Okay.
Okay. Thuy, how are you?
I'm great, thank you. I just woke up from a 4-hour nap. All good.
Okay. I actually took a nap. I went out today, and then I was really tired, and then I took a 2-hour nap as well, 4 to 6. Yeah. And I don't know. And I watched Metallica and Lady Gaga have mic problems. So.
Oh yeah.
Boy, what a shit show.
Yeah. Apparently it was. I feel bad because that was a cool moment. That I'm not in. I barely listen to both of them, but I think the idea was cool. You know.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we're going to be talking about what games we've been playing this week. I think it'll mainly be me talking about the games I've been playing this week, but...
Almost certainly.
Well, I did play a lot of games this week, so... yeah. So, Nioh, we'll get Nioh and Thuy out of the way, and then I will take the reins of the show, because I'm funky fresh and... fancy fresh. I was going to say fancy fresh, but I guess that's a better term. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. All right. Nioh, tell us what games you've been playing. Actually, no. We did Nioh last week first. Nioh went first last week. Thuy, what have you been playing?
Can I handle it?
I mean, first? these are big rains to fill, or big buckets of rain to fill. I have no idea what kind of metaphor I'm using.
I know. Okay. What was the question?
This episode will be called "This Episode is a Mess." So.
No.
No, we have to call it. We're doing it live.
We're doing it live. Okay, I like that. Thuy, what games have you been playing this week, if any? Go.
Yes, I have. Okay, so I tried out this one game I was interested in because every time I stream, I want to do something random and fun. So it's a game called Soda Dungeon.
Okay.
And it's actually a lot of fun. It's really, really random. I know it sounds random too, but it's actually pretty good of a game. And it just came out. It used to be an app game apparently, but it just came out on Steam on the 7th. You should look it up.
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now. Tell us about how it plays. What is it? It's on the App Store. It's a mobile game, yes. It's on Steam as well.
Yeah, I think it used to be a mobile game. I'm not sure, but I played it on Steam, and it was a lot of fun. It's kind of like an adventure RPG, pretty much, and it's turn-based. So, I
actually saw this on itch, I think, or Steam. I actually know what this is. I seen it. It's turn-based combat, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I'll let you talk about it because I asked you. So.
Oh, no problem. I was just telling you the beginning of it and stuff. Because I didn't get very far into the game, but basically you just start off and you go into a tavern, the typical thing, and you pick your guy, and then you go in, and they start off, I think, naked until you get more armor and stuff. And then when you go in, if they die, they kind of leave your party permanently. So you keep hiring these guys, and you hire them through soda, I think.
I mean,
Or
the game is called Soda Dungeon, so...
Yeah! Sorry. But yeah, you attract new members with soda. So these members, they come to you because of the sodas you have in your bar. So yeah, that's the interesting part. And then the more... It feels so empty, but the more you buy, the more fulfilling it feels when there's a bunch of people in your bar who wants to be in your party and stuff like that.
How's because it's turn-based combat. I'm watching the trailer right now. So how's the combat system? Is it like Final Fantasy, really, or it looks a lot like Final Fantasy, honestly.
Yeah, it feels like it's like, oh, you're this guy, and then you press attack, and then you kill. So they don't attack you until you make your move, kind of thing. So there's that.
And lots of loot, I see. It reminds me of Final Fantasy VI a little bit, but it looks a little bit more, refined, I don't want to say, I guess. Final Fantasy VI is pretty old, but, this looks like a fun little game, actually. Is it free-to-play?
Yes.
Ooh. Cool.
It was, my friend enjoyed watching it on stream. I was just, I tend to like voice acting, so I'm, just reading off the lines. I'm this is absurd, but this is fun.
That sounds weird. I kind of want to try this out.
You should.
Is there in-app purchases and all that stuff, or is it just completely free to play?
To me, it's free to play. It's pretty casual, so it's not like you have to spend money or anything.
Okay. Cool. So you haven't gotten to a point where I need to spend money because this is too difficult or something, or.
I haven't seen that option to buy anything in the game.
Okay. This looks fun, actually. I kind of want to try it out. Maybe I'll make a video on this on the channel.
Awesome.
Okay, Soda Dungeon. Anything else?
That's it for now. It's just I'm gonna play more games from now on. Before I couldn't because of work, but now I get to play during work, so that's okay. That's pretty cool.
You get to neglect your job for the sake of this podcast.
That is not true.
Your own personal want and will, I suppose.
No.
Anyway, cool, Soda Dungeon. I'll be sure to check that out. That seems interesting. Neil.
Yes.
What have you been playing?
The exact same things I was playing last week.
So Rainbow Six Siege.
That's one.
Kingdom Hearts 5, right?
Yep, that's another.
And, I don't know. The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. There you go.
Well, that wasn't one of them. It was actually Overwatch.
Okay. They're essentially the same game.
Not really, but
how's
I can see the
Overwatch
similarities.
going? Isn't there a Chinese New Year event going on or something?
Yeah, it actually ends as of tomorrow of the time of this recording.
How much loot and cool stuff did you get?
Quite a few stuff. I managed to turn my Winston into Sun Wukong, character of Chinese mythology or something along those lines.
Like Son Goku kind of person, I think?
No.
Based on... Okay,
No.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
I don't either, don't worry.
Okay. So, yeah. Is it, really hard? I heard, the loot system in Overwatch is, what people, spend their money most on, after buying the game.
That's because that's pretty much all you can spend your money on. Overwatch is a very gameplay-driven game. Every character is unlocked from the start, every map is unlocked from the start. The only thing you can get are, skins, sprays, poses, animations, all that stuff. That's where you spend the money. But for the most part, it's gameplay oriented. In that regard, it's really good. Yeah, you should totally try it out, man.
Maybe
it's
I will.
free.
Is there a demo for Overwatch? Sorry,
It's
I just got a bowl of
free.
watermelons.
Oh wait, no, it's not free. My bad. Ignore what I said about it being free because it's actually not free.
Yeah, Overwatch isn't free. You have to pay $50, $40 for it.
Yeah, I kind of forgot that because I've been playing it for so long.
Did you get it as a gift or did
No, I buy it on my own. It's like $40.
Okay, you've been so invested that you forgot.
Yeah, I
was
completely forgot.
Oh.
Sorry, Thuy, what were you saying?
No, I was just saying how it is $40 for the cheapest digital, but it was $22 not too long ago on sale. I don't know if it's still going on though.
I don't know. I don't know.
There's definitely there's strategy. Yeah, you just have to play as Symmetra, the only character that requires strategy.
I mean, I don't think my computer can handle it. First off, and then second off, I don't know. Maybe if I get a
just
better,
play as Symmetra in every match, and you'll be fine because she's pretty much the only character where you need to really think about what to do with her.
I just don't want to get too invested. It looks like an addictive game, and I don't know.
Oh, really, man? I can stop.
I can stop whatever I want, man.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, over time, eventually, it's like, yeah, I think I'm good for today.
Alright, well, I'm glad to know it's not overwhelmingly addictive. I mean, Thuy, you play Overwatch too, though, right? Mm-hmm. What's your experience like with it, because I've just been hearing Neil's perspective the whole time.
I played a lot of it when it first came out. So, the moment it came out, you know how, everybody's, playing it and stuff. So, I was part of that. I think I bought the collector's edition, so I got, a lot of free skins for other games, too. In my opinion, it was worth it. Let's see. I played a lot in the beginning, I think. At least, I'd say 50 hours, 40 hours invested in it.
Damn. In
this
the first week?
No, first 2 months or so.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, but I did play every night with my friends and stuff, so that was pretty fun.
Okay.
It was pretty addicting, let's just say that.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
I don't know, the only Blizzard game I've been really playing is Hearthstone, and I just like trading card games because I'm psycho, so...
No, it's fun because I started playing Hearthstone again too, and I was like, wow, this is a nice casual game I can play outside.
That's true. Yeah, I guess, I don't know. It is kind of infuriating sometimes in Hearthstone that, you play the same decks, you play against the same decks over and over again.
Yeah.
Unless, I think it's only because, people are kind of, trying to do a low budget most of the time. And then people who have, a high budget usually just end up wrecking you anyway, so it's kind of there's no, middle ground, I feel. But we'll see. It's a good game. It's just, it has that trading card problem, though. I could talk about that for hours, but I won't get into it. It's just yeah? Yes?
Keep going. No, keep going.
Okay, yeah, the trading card problem of, not to get too into it, but, there's either, a low tier that people want to play at, but then there's the high tier that people love to play because they love to win. And I think the reason why a lot of people Hearthstone's kind of more towards the high tier of we need to build a deck that makes us win is because of the quest system in the game, which there are specific quests that require you to win games in order to gain more gold in order for more rewards. So it kind of drives a meta that isn't really fun all the time. It's just kind of we're just playing to win. So I mean,
grinding.
Kinda, yeah. But more so that people structure their decks a little less creatively than I would like to see. I don't see a lot of variants of some type of decks. Right now, it's the Jade Golem deck and Murloc Shaman, Pirate Warrior, which I personally like Pirate Warrior because there's a lot of different ways you can build it because there's a lot of pirate cards.
Yeah.
But yeah, I still feel Hearthstone's kind of a young game in trading card game terms, so there's a lot they need to do in order to make it really good. But... we were talking about Overwatch, and I got into a tangent about Hearthstone, but...
First-person shooter, multiplayer, card game, same thing.
First-person multiplayer shooter card game. I would like to see that. Hearthwatch. There you go, Blizzard. I just gave you an idea, and... Neil gave you the idea.
Well, that would just be the Overwatch characters playing Hearthstone.
In first person.
Oh my gosh.
In VR.
Hey. They had VR Overwatch. These Korean kids, they created one. It was pretty funny.
Really? Huh.
Yeah.
That seems like it would be prone to motion sickness, though, since you're flying around a map from what I've seen.
Yep.
That's Well, that's only some characters. Like Winston flies around the map. I'm pretty sure you could get motion sickness from Tracer.
Plus the like responsiveness of like getting hit and like the camera shaking around everywhere and all that. I don't know. I don't know if VR it would be the best thing for Overwatch, but that'd be pretty interesting if they could like do it in a unique way. Well, that was a thing. Yeah, VR Overwatch. Make it happen, Blizzard. Make everybody vomit. That'll be great.
Coming off of your, was it card game thing, I actually recently downloaded this app, Duel Links.
Oh, the Yu-Gi-Oh thing, yeah.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. I haven't tried it myself, but tell us about it. I'm actually kind of curious.
I actually just downloaded it. I haven't opened it because it took a long time to download. Actually, I'm going to open it right now.
Oh boy.
But
well,
it looks like... Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead. I'll shut up. I have a bad habit of interrupting people when they're talking, and that's a really bad host thing to do on a podcast. So I need to learn to like give people time to talk, because this isn't like a political show. I want to hear what you guys have to say. So
it's not all your fault. It's just sometimes when I get excited, I also interrupt. So then I was like, oh no, I feel bad. You go, and then that kind of thing. So don't worry, it might be my fault too.
All right, we're both at full. How about that? Actually, I'm just going to blame Nioh. Nioh, what the heck, man? Come on.
I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, Thuy.
What?
Let's hear about Duel Links. How is it? How's the first 1 minute of the game?
It's entertaining. Like, okay, so they ask you for your experience, like, oh, what do you know of Yu-Gi-Oh? It's like, oh, I never heard of it before, or something like that. But I played the card game before, and then you're instantly put into, like, a fight against Kaiba, and I was like, oh shit, I remember this guy. So, it's kind of nice that it takes in from the old Yu-Gi-Oh.
So, apparently, from what I've seen in the screenshots and all, read on the reviews and stuff of the, like, app or whatever.
Yeah.
So basically they kind of want to like simulate the anime through this app, because they came out with the actual like collect cards and play the game the way it was meant to be played kind of app, and that was I guess it's doing okay. I don't know how it is, but I mean, I played a little bit of it and it was kind of hard, unless like, because you had to collect cards and play like in a really suboptimal way to beat the AI, which plays in the most optimal way possible. It's kind of like really strange. But then they created this Duel Links thing, and they were like, oh, well, this can just appeal to casual fans who like the anime, I guess, but don't want to get into like the complicatedness of the card game. So so you could just kind of do like fantasy matches and play with simpler rules. Apparently.
Yeah, I really like it because it's kind of like, I played a lot of the Yu-Gi-Oh card game on Game Boy Advance, I think.
Eternal
and
Duelist?
Yeah, and then they give you free cards usually with it. That's what usually entices me. But the game itself is like so fun to me, and I'm like, oh man, this is a cool game.
I love Eternal Duelist. Eternal Duelist is my jam. That was such a great game. I love how like if you had the cards, you can like input the code on the bottom of the card, and like you input it in the game, and it gives you one of the copies of the card.
Yeah, yeah, like, that was the cool part.
Good job, game developers. I kind of am getting a little bit back into Yu-Gi-Oh! I kind of took like a little bit of a break because Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a really expensive hobby. But my friends Anthony and Mark were getting me a little bit back into it. So I'm gonna try to. I'll have more information, but I definitely don't want to sink more money into it. So it'll be a slow process, hopefully. I don't know. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is expensive.
Yeah, it is.
I guess any
Magic.
trading card. Yeah, is Magic... I heard Magic's really cheap, though.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, they have certain decks to play, but if you really want to be good, like, was it on Twitch? I saw there was a Magic the Gathering tournament, and that was really cool to watch. The format.
Really?
You should watch it. Yeah, you should take a look at it since you love card games.
Me and Neil, we had a friend at Cowboy Pomona that kind of taught us how to play Magic. He brought us cards, and we kind of played with him a little bit. So I kind of know how it plays now, but I I don't know. I think Neil played. You played more with him than I did. Our friend Chris.
I just thought it was really cool to watch it on Twitch and like see the tournament and stuff, and the way they format the whole tournament.
I think I think a lot of the trading card games are starting to stream. I know they did that for like Yu-Gi-Oh. But yeah, was it exciting to watch? Like, cause like, or like understandable to watch? I guess for like people who don't play the game.
Yeah, they talk about the cards a little bit each time. I think it could be more friendlier, but I think that just takes time because it's just starting to take off, like kind of thing.
Like the whole chat or the like.
Seeing it on Twitch because I never really saw it until recently. They've been streaming the tournaments, so
okay. They might need to figure out like a better like way to present it. Is what you're saying? No,
it's pretty good presentable. It's just maybe not as noob friendly. I'm not sure. I didn't get to watch a lot of it.
I mean, like present in the way of like this is how the game works and this is what's happening, like the commentator's perspective, I suppose.
Yeah, I might have missed something like that. Like sometimes they have noob channels on Dota, so I wonder if they have that for Magic.
That'd be interesting to get into. Huh.
Ooh, I do want to know. I think we should talk about later. Is that game Nioh? I really think it's so cool.
The Samurai Souls, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let me talk about
that Nioh.
Yeah, I don't know how to say it, but like that's on PS4, right? I'll probably go pick it up because it looks interesting. So
yeah, it is on the PS4.
Okay, I'll talk about the games I've been playing, and then we'll talk about Nioh. Because I guess you've played it, yes?
I just watch it a lot.
You just watch it a lot. Okay. We'll talk about it in a second. Okay. So I'm just Actually, why don't you fuck it? Just talk it about right now. Just talk about it right now. Who cares?
Why? No, I want to hear what you've been playing. That's not fair.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna like plug my channel like a shill first, and okay. So this is gonna be a story. I think I kind of told you, but I'll tell it in more detail. So I kind of like figured out this like thing I want, like kind of like the direction I want to take my channel in, and I won't like spoil it all, but like I basically want to play like games I found in itch and like kind of like get like just like student projects or game jam games and kind of do like short like videos on them, try to complete them all the way through and upload them to YouTube. And I think that'd be kind of cool to like interact with the developers that way and play games that like may not get a lot of attention, you know, especially like since they're student projects and maybe like well, not maybe they're a learning experience, right? Because like Thuy, you know all about game jams, yeah. So I was actually yeah. So actually, can you explain what a game jam is for people who might not know?
Let's see. So game jams are, well, the best I can think of is like a hackathon, but for games where you get 24 hours. Like the one we recently had at our school was called Hack Poly. And that's a 24-hour game jam where people just use that time frame to create a game within that 24-hour. I mean, you're welcome to sleep, but probably a lot of people don't because they want to finish their game. And I think it's a lot of fun because then you're surrounded by people who's trying to like make this game within 24 hours. Everyone is like scrambling to find their teams, and like even if you don't have a team, people will always like have a group of people who are like, hey, this person doesn't have a team. Here's an artist. Here's a designer. And then you guys will be put into a team together and then you go and make your game. So I think that's pretty cool to meet like people who are like you. Yeah. So it's a great experience. So
on itch, a lot of those developers, they kind of upload their projects to the site, and there's like new games every day to be found, and I thought it would be a cool idea just to like play those games, and I have played a few of them. So the first one I played was a game called Scuba Bear. That was like one of the coolest. That's like the moment I was like, all right, I'm gonna like play more games on itch, because I played games on itch before from like Friendly Bunny Mochi and all that stuff. But Scuba Bear was so cool. I actually recommend it to you guys because it's only like half an hour long. But it's basically a collect-a-thon game where you play a bear and like you get upgrades, and then it's like a Metroidvania kind of game where you have to like you're just on like one map, and then you have to like find a bunch of items, and you basically win when you collect all the items. But it's full of like Nintendo references, like there's like a little bit of combat and puzzle solving, or not puzzle solving, but like solving like the environmental kind of puzzle of like, how do I get through this with this item, or I need this item to proceed, or whatever. And the music is so good. Oh my god, the music. Okay, so you know that thing that I don't know the term for it. There's a term for it, but I forgot it. But if you watch the video, when you're like on the surface, there's a track plane, right? So you're like walking on the ground, the track's playing, and then like you get the diving goggles, and then you go into the water, and the music that's playing on the ground changes when you're underwater. It's the same track, but it's like changed so that like it just sounds like you're in a different environment, but you're not really in a different environment. You're just underwater. And I forgot the term for it, but it sounds so goddamn good because like you just can walk in and out of the water, and the soundtrack will change like accordingly, right? But it'll still be the same track playing. They just kind of like pitch it and tone it differently or whatever. And there's like 3 variations of this track, like when you're in regular like kind of underwater, but then when you're in deep water, it gets so good and so like, I don't know, it's so like, it's so, I'm just binging. I can't even put it into words. I forgot the term. I want to, Neil, can you look up the term for that? Like,
For what?
I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. But like,
yeah, I don't know what you're talking about either. What am I looking at?
You just gotta play the game because it's like it has the best jingle ever, and like I love it. It's so reminiscent of like Nintendo games and just 2D side scrolling like old school Nintendo games. It's so good. And there's like a lot of like Nintendo references. I already said that. I'm just going crazy. Go play Scuba Bear if you haven't played Scuba Bear. Scuba Bear is a great 30-minute experience. Yeah, so I played that game and I uploaded it, and that was pretty cool. And I shared my experience because there's like a comment section on each of these game pages. So I usually just like post my video there. I kind of like am a little conflicted because I'm hoping it's not too much of like watch my video because I played your game kind of thing. I don't want to like force it down anyone's throats, but I thought it'd just be nice to share the experience. I hope if anyone gets offended, I'll be sure to like take it down or whatever. But like, I don't see it being that big of a problem because I just like to show off that I played the game. So I don't know. And then I played. So here's where things start to get good. So I played a game I found. There was a game jam called Emotional Game Jam because Itch hosts a bunch of game jams. It's like a community thing, like, oh, make a game about this or whatever. So the game jam this time was the Emotional Game Jam, where you just have to make an emotional game, right? And so the winner was apparently this game called, it's not apparently, it was a game called, or is a game called Come Back. It's by a bunch of French developers, and I was like, okay, I'll play this game. And then I played it, and it has like really nice artwork. It's all hand drawn, I think. I mean, it looks like it is. It's a point-and-click adventure. It's like a tragic story. It was really depressing. Like after I beat the game and I was done recording it, I was like, wow, that was actually a lot more like sad than I thought it would be. The music is actually like really well done. Like it's like they only use like piano, but like they do it really well, and I think that's really interesting that like they could convey so much emotion through like just playing a few keys on a piano. I'm sure more thought went into that than I'm saying, but I really enjoyed the game. It was just a short, like 30-minute experience as well, and the ending kind of freaked me out, and I kind of like lose my mind. Obviously, these games aren't programmed to like be perfect or anything. So like if you're expecting like this perfect experience, then this is like someone's student project that they had 24 hours to make or something. Or like a few days or a few months, I don't know. Game jams have different variations in length sometimes. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed that game, and I posted my video because there was like no comments for the game, so I posted my video there on their page, and the developers responded back, and they were like, "Oh, thanks for playing our game." And that video actually it's my highest viewed video now. Of like, it's kind of getting to 90 views. I think it's at 88 right now. But yeah, I'm like super happy those guys shared that video, and I mean, I had a great time playing their game, and they're French. They're like three French dudes, I think, that developed it. Their names are in the credits for that video. I know Pierre or something. I don't want to guess, but yeah, you can check out that video. I'm self-promoting myself, but yeah, I had a really good time playing that game. And I really got the bug for like playing these itch games like once every day. So the last game I played was also on itch. I believe it's called Wave Run, and that's basically like kind of like a speed running platforming game. And I'm terrible at those kind of games, so you could just kind of watch me fumble through it. But that game was really well done too. It seemed pretty intricately designed, so I really enjoyed that. That was a much shorter video. It was only like 15 minutes. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, and I tried to like give credit to all the developers in the video and all that. So I've been having a lot of fun playing itch games, and I'm definitely going to do that a lot more, perhaps every day, on weekdays for the channel. I think it's a lot of fun. And I've been having a blast, and I want to thank everybody for watching. I have a bunch of new subscribers, actually. So thank you for subscribing, and thank you for watching my silly videos and listening to the silly podcast that I do with my friends. This isn't the end of the podcast. I just wanted to say that because I'm a big... Stop! You're embarrassing me.
I'm sorry.
Neil, is your mic on mute?
No, I just haven't been talking.
Okay, no, because like I keep seeing that you're like chatting, but like I'm like, oh, maybe Neil has something crazy to say.
Like he always does.
Yeah, Neil has the most insightful commentary. Sometimes, if it's a Metal Gear game, I guess. Okay, so other than itch games, I've been playing Guild Wars 2, and I've like gone full on to this game because like. I really like Guild Wars 2. It's, my friend Anthony got me into it, and I don't know, there's just something so, like, nice about this MMO that, like, it just kind of throws you in the world and is like, okay, go explore it. And then it's just like, okay. But, like, if you want to get into, like, the intricate details of, like, everything, you can go out of your way to do that, because that, you know, there's so much detail into, like, all the systems and all that stuff. Like, the guild system has, like, so many little, like, things going on in it. Like, there's a whole dungeon system that has, like, a lot of stuff going on in it. There's a whole crafting system that has, like, all this crazy, like, marketing economy stuff going on. And I like the marketing system in that game. There's a whole, like, storyline you could do that has, like, a bunch of different variations depending on the character you made in the very beginning. It's really cool, and I like it, but it's so, like, there's like a hardcore kind of audience for it, but then if you just want to play an MMO really casually, there's an audience for that as well, and I like how they appeal to both, and, like, you can kind of, like, go in the middle, or you can kind of just go on the low end, or kind of on the high end of that spectrum, and I really love Guild Wars 2. I think it's awesome. I would like to make a video on it, but I don't know what I would make a video of. I just, like, kind of like to talk about the game, honestly. But I feel like maybe some people... I don't know how old Guild Wars 2 is, actually, but, yeah, I don't know. I think it came out at the same time, like, Skyrim came out, like, 2011 or something.
It was, like, 2012, because I remember I was like, should I buy this or Final Fantasy? And I think I chose the other. I would have played Guild Wars 2. But I ended up playing Final Fantasy instead.
Oh, online, right? The 14?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. But that 14's really good, though.
It is really good.
Yeah.
That's why it's like, I would have played Guild Wars if it wasn't for that.
Guild Wars is free to play, though, right now. And
it is?
Yeah. The whole game's free to play, but you just buy once, and then you're done forever.
Oh, that's why. It's like, oh, I had to buy it. Then again, I bought Final Fantasy, that's why, because that's the same concept, so... Oh,
yeah.
But it's monthly, too.
Oh, you have to pay monthly for Final Fantasy?
Yeah.
I guess it's kind of worth it for some people, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, Guild Wars 2, you just kind of buy... My friend Anthony, he bought it for me, so... I should get Anthony on the podcast, I swear.
Yeah.
But, yeah. he knows that game inside out. He's pretty damn good at it. And he's spent a lot of hours. He has like multiple level 80 characters. He could talk all about it, but
he loves it. That's cute. Yeah.
Anyway, those are the games I've been playing. I've been playing Dark Souls 3 again as well, because I like Dark Souls. And that's pretty much it. So yeah, that's what we've been playing this week. That actually went on a lot longer than I thought it would, but let's talk about the news. So let's talk about Nioh, because you brought it up. Tell us about Nioh, Thuy, while I eat this watermelon that's been sitting in front of me for the last half an hour.
I know, so Nioh is this really cool game. It's got that Dark Soul feeling. Like, at first I was like, is this Dark Soul? But no, you're like this samurai, white-haired dude just killing either creatures or more of like these people and like infiltrating like certain places. And I just like the way it looks. And because it's not like Dark Souls, it's less scary in my opinion. Maybe, it targets probably a different audience too. I haven't gotten to play it myself, but I did get to watch a good majority of streamers playing it. And I don't have a PS4, so it sucks. I was like, oh, I really want this game, but now I'm starting to think I should get a PS4 soon.
Is it on PC?
It's not on PC.
Oh, I thought it was, but that kind of sucks.
Nope.
Only on PS4.
I'll definitely buy it and check it out. Well, maybe later. I don't know. I need to save my money right now. But that's really interesting. So I actually haven't seen any of the game. I just kind of heard about it, but because they call it Samurai Souls, is the kind of
it does look like it.
Yeah. So you said something about the atmosphere was different, or it's not as scary or something.
To me, it doesn't. I mean, it still has that Dark Soul feel where it's like monsters will one hit you, so that's that aspect of it. But there's no I don't know. It's samurai. I don't know how to describe it.
It's samurais. It's like the samurai. It's like Dark Souls with samurais, but I'm sure it.
So just Dark Souls.
Yeah, apparently that's what I've been hearing. I mean, that's what we've been.
No, I mean what you just described is just Dark Souls because one of the weapon options in the Souls series are katanas.
True, but this is more themed to ancient Japan, probably. I imagine.
Yeah, oh yeah, it is. It is very much ancient Japan.
But there's still monsters, magical monsters,
Yeah.
So it's Dark Souls by way of Inuyasha.
It also looks like you kind of play as one specific character. You don't play as a created character.
Yeah, it's some dude.
Okay,
That's kind
of reminds me of Lords of the Fallen, what they did.
Probably more story based too.
All right, I'm reading the Wikipedia page. Nioh is an action role playing video game developed by Team Ninja for the PlayStation 4. Team Ninja, what did they make? Ninja Gaiden.
Ninja Gaiden. Yeah.
Dead and Alive. Dead or Alive. Wow, really? They
made Fire Emblem Warriors, or that's gonna come out.
Oh, they worked on Hyrule Warriors as well.
I can't wait for Fire Emblem.
And Dissidia Final Fantasy, huh?
And Metroid Other M.
Oh.
Oh.
Some people like that game though, so. That's really interesting. Well,
at least this one's really good.
They're working on the new Fire Emblem. Yeah.
Cool.
The Fire Emblem Warriors for the Nintendo Switch and new 3DS.
I can't wait.
I just take my breath away.
It does.
Okay, so yeah, beginning development in 2004. Whoa, 2004? This has been in development for a while. Went through multiple revisions the following 8 years. Team Ninja was given the project. I'm reading this from Wikipedia, by the way, so there's my source. The story was based on the life of historic Western samurai William Adams, although it was embellished with supernatural elements. First announced in the year it began development, information became sporadic until 2015, when it was reintroduced as a PlayStation 4 exclusive. Nioh has received critical acclaim, with most critics comparing it fondly to the Soul series. So it's a very good game, apparently.
Yeah, it is.
I'll definitely if I play it, I will definitely talk about it on the show. Neil, you have a PS4 as well, so if any of us play it, we gotta talk about it because I feel like
Okay.
it definitely deserves the attention, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'd like to see how it plays compared to like Souls or whatever. But yeah, I've been seeing. You'd think because I was playing Dark Souls 3, and I actually have this question. I think Neil, you might be able to answer it a little bit better. But Twill, your name is Twill? Oh god. Twee, feel free to butt in if you want. But I have this worry about the Dark Souls series. I'm hoping Dark Souls 3, because they have the new DLC coming out in March, right? I'm hoping that they kind of stop with that. I don't want any more Souls games. I mean, it would be nice if, like, they still made them, and it's not like I hate I obviously love the series and stuff, but I feel like it's gonna get really old really fast unless they, like, kind of do like, kind of new things with it, like what they did with Bloodborne, like, because like Bloodborne's in a different setting and it plays a lot differently, and you know, are you kind of worried about that, Neil? Like that it's gonna just kind of, what's the word? I'm looking for a term, but it's.
Wait, are you worried about From Software making more Souls games, or are you just worried about Souls-esque games coming out?
Souls-esque games. That's what I'm saying. Like Souls.
Here's the thing: Souls-esque games were very much designed to be very hard. And since most games are trying to cater to as many people as they possibly can, the Souls games are kind of a niche. So as long as that difficulty is going to be there, I don't think they're ever going to be too popular. But I also think that there's also not much they can really go in terms of variety.
But
like, I think Bloodborne's Bloodborne's the best example of like the oddity, because it's a Souls game at its core, but it doesn't play very much like a traditional Souls game at all. Oh, yeah, something like that. And the shield acts very differently from a gun now, doesn't it?
True, but I'm kind of worried that, like, if they keep going at it at this pace, I guess if they keep innovating it, then there won't be a problem. But, like, I suppose if they just keep, like, kind of, like, throwing out the same kind of product because, I mean, we haven't been getting a new Souls game every year, really, have we? I think we have, right? Kinda? I don't know. Because Bloodborne came out in 2015, and then Dark Souls 3 came out 2003? I don't know. I don't know the timeline. I'm a big dummy.
Well, Dark Souls 1 comes out 2011. The predecessor to that, Demon's Souls, 2009, 2010. Dark Souls 2 is 2014. Dark Souls 3, 2016. Yeah, Bloodborne. Yeah, I think they only really released one a year, in the sense that Bloodborne is very similar to Dark Souls and came out in between 2 and 3. But overall, it's been at most 2-3 years.
Okay. So maybe my worry, we'll see what happens in the future.
I don't think you should be too worried, mostly because of how niche the Souls games really are.
I don't think they're niche, though. I think they're pretty, like, mainstream, though. Like, because, like, everybody knows what Dark Souls is now. Like, I'm pretty sure. Like, if you're a gamer, you probably know what Dark Souls is, and, like, maybe have played it or have at least heard of it now. Like, and, like, it's a grueling difficulty, and, like, you know.
Yeah, but I think that's part of the point. I don't know if most people are willing to dedicate the amount of time needed to get good at these kinds of games. Like, these games are very hard. I would know. It takes me forever to get past even some bosses or areas.
Yep.
Dark Souls 2 was the worst offender because that was obscenely difficult for the worst reasons.
So the niche
Dark Souls 1 has that too.
The niche will continue to buy it, right?
I think, people who want that challenge will continue to buy it, but I don't think like it's gonna hit that point where they're just oversaturating everything. Because like it's not like Call of Duty where you can pick up and play. This is very much something you have to be willing to put time and effort to. So.
Okay, fair point. But we'll see, Neil. We'll see. We'll see if you're really right.
You know, I kind of hope I am right, just to see if it spites you.
Would you like to? Would you like to see a new Souls like from Software? Would you like?
No, I want them to make something new.
Okay, that's kind of what I want too.
I'll accept a Bloodborne sequel, but I want to see what's next for them.
Yeah,
I'm just curious to see what they have to offer us.
Maybe they don't even have to. They can make a different kind of RPG. It doesn't have to be like a Souls game at all.
Yeah, because from what I've seen from Dark Souls 3, it's extremely conclusive. So there's not really much point to having another Souls game. I don't even know if Bloodborne can have another Bloodborne game.
Yeah, Bloodborne's so like weird already. I don't know. I guess they could if they really tried, honestly. But I don't know. I saw an article the other day that was like Dark Souls 4, Demon Souls 2, and Bloodborne 2. All you need to know. And I'm like, oh god, what?
Okay, where did you find this?
I just saw it on. I don't even know. I saw it on like the news thing of like Bing or whatever.
Okay, there's your first problem. You're looking at clickbait.
I know.
Hey, my friend says your drawing for your first podcast was cute.
You know, I wanted to keep drawing stuff for the podcast, but unfortunately, like, it's just so hard to like draw these things sometimes. Like, it just takes up a lot of time, and I'm too lazy. I would love to draw some more, but I just like I went to the mall today, and I saw like a coloring book that is like basically this like 15 feet like poster, and it's basically like a coloring book that's like 15 feet long, and it's like themed that like you start from the ground of like Earth, and then like it's just tower upon tower of like different environments. Like you'll have your house, and then you'll have a circus, and then you'll have like an aquarium, and it keeps building on the top until you reach the moon. And like every day you would color something of that 15 feet poster, and then you could like hang it somewhere or whatever.
That's cool.
Yeah. I think the book's called To the Moon Coloring Book. Here we go. Yeah, you could just look it up. To the Moon, the tallest coloring book in the world. Lawrence King, apparently. Yeah.
Isn't To the Moon the game really good?
That's what I thought too. Yeah, I was like, oh, that's like I thought like maybe they published a book of the game, and I'm like, whoa.
That would have been cool.
Yeah, that would have been awesome. But I guess not. I guess you can't have everything in life.
It's okay.
What other stuff is in the news? Neil, you had something you want to talk about, right?
No.
Oh. Well, okay then.
Yeah, I got nothing. I didn't hear much of anything this week.
Nah, it's okay. Yeah, we're kind of getting to the end of the podcast, so I guess any closing thoughts? Anything else you guys want to talk about before we call it a day?
Twitch released their community.
Oh yeah, I'm so sorry, Thuy. You mentioned this.
No,
I'm a big doof.
It's just a small news I can just mention, so it's not a big deal.
Go for it, Thuy. You're on fire today. Just you take over the podcast. I'm gonna eat this watermelon while you.
No, how dare you? Come back here, you host.
This watermelon is well, so good.
Well, community is just like another way for people to find, connections. Like streamers can like post into like, let's say you're playing Overwatch, but you're a competitor. So you go into competitive Overwatch, which is a community full of competitive Overwatch. And then you find relevant audience who also will go into that community and be like, oh, this streamer is streaming in this community that I'm in. I'm going to watch them. So it helps promote these people and like easier to find like people who are similar to you in a way.
So how does this work? Feedback. I hear feedback.
Oops.
It's okay. I heard myself talking and I was like, oh, what's happening?
I hate that.
No, it's okay. No worries. So what the? I didn't even mean to. Star Trek Online. I don't want to watch this. I was trying to click on an article. So you said it was like trying to like connect community. I don't know. What were you saying?
It helps streamers connect to more relevant audiences.
Okay.
So like I said, like you play Overwatch,
you
can play casual, or you can play competitive Overwatch, right? And then so you're like, okay, I'm gonna join this community full of competitive.
Yeah, there's like a speedrunning community and like one for Overwatch, salty streams. There's a whole Pokemon thing. That's really cool. They're trying to like put people in these like groups so that it's easier to find like specific things that you might want to watch. And
find people you can talk to, you know?
Emo stream?
What? They have an emo stream?
Yeah, it has. Is this the guy from My Chemical Romance or something, or Edward Scissorhands, or I don't know.
Oh,
There's daddies. What the heck is that? I don't even
I have
want
no
to know.
idea. No, I'm pretty sure that's like a bunch of dads like playing games.
Bunch of hot girls calling the stream daddy, right?
Oh my god.
Let's not. Let's not. Come on.
Let's not.
Come on, Twitch. What the heck? Alright. Well, that's pretty cool. So this is in beta, though, it says. So, I mean, it looks like it kind of... Well, let me click the speedrunning community and see what happens. It just organizes it all into... Oh, someone's playing an Ocarina of Time right now, 100%.
It's cool that if you don't find what you want, like, oh, I don't see a community full of, like, you know, something specific to you, but you can make it yourself. It's kind of like creating your own, like, little guild.
A lot of people speedrunning Legend of Zelda today.
Hey, it's a good game.
I mean, there are a lot of Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time. I mean, of course, it's an amazing game. Okay, it's the best.
You're biased.
How dare you? That's pretty cool. Well, I mean, it already seems like it's working. What do they have to work on? I guess maybe the user interface or what communities they're going to work on, I guess.
It's a mess, in my opinion. Like, oh, what communities should be acceptable and all that stuff. So I think that will take some time because it just got released. So there's going to be a lot of, like, adjustments, I think, in the next few months.
Yeah, some of these communities are really weird. Like this Edgelords community, the description says, if you don't know how to be edgy, then I don't have time to explain it to you, kid. The rules: own a katana in-game. You're going to actually get a replica of it one day, and a good replica, not one of those cheap knockoffs. 2, slow walk in whenever possible to intimidate your enemies into submission. The cringe your viewers feel further proves that it's working because they can't handle how badass you are. And they know it, and so do you. 3, taunt your opponents whenever possible to let them know just who they're messing with. 4, dress appropriately. Edgelords aren't afraid to wear all black and blood red. And the list goes on.
That's funny.
Yeah, they might need to clean this up. And there's only 2 streams. One with 2,000 viewers and then one with 9. And they're both streaming Nioh. I guess that was meant for all the Dark Souls players, but
yeah, hey, he's a katana, so...
Yeah, I guess so, huh? Positive community? I don't know how playing Resident Evil 7 is a positive gaming experience.
So it's apparently a good game.
Well, I mean, it is a good game, but, like, it's freaky as heck, so...
Come now, it's Resident Evil. Eventually you're just gonna laugh at it all.
That is true. Resident Evil 4.
The best game.
Huh. Alright, well, I think that'll be our podcast for today. Thuy, what's going on? Do you upload any new videos recently, or...?
Well, my community I'm in wants to start doing an educational content channel in their YouTube section, so that's pretty cool. They want me to lead it, so that's gonna be fun.
Ooh, cool. Well, hey, feel free to plug that whenever you want, because I don't know. Yeah, do they have a channel right now, or?
Not yet. It hasn't been released yet, but it'll be soon. So I'll definitely mention it next week's. So.
Okay. Cool. Looking forward to that. What kind of just tutorials and all that stuff, or just like more than that?
Yeah, pretty much like what I've been doing with the basic tips in Dota.
Okay. Cool.
Yep.
All right.
Awesome. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm looking forward to that. Is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. Anything else? Are you working on any like videos?
Yeah, but that's a secret for now. So. Okay. It's always fun.
Neil, what are you up to this week?
Surviving.
Oh, you're still in school.
Yeah, pretty much.
How's your YouTube channel doing? You doing?
Yeah, it's doing alright. Hasn't exactly gotten up to speed. Haven't been uploading stuff lately because I've been busy. You know.
No problem. Alright, so on the channel for me, I guess, to shamelessly plug myself at the end of this video, I'm just gonna be uploading more I'm gonna make it like a daily thing. Every weekday, I'll have a video up of a new. I'm basically uploading a video every day on weekdays. Nice. So 5 days a week, you get a video. Actually, it's more like 6 days a week because I'm uploading the podcast too. So, yeah, that's gonna be
yay.
Great. Yeah, I'm going full force with this, guys. I need to find a real job, of course, but well, maybe this will turn into a real job. Who knows? Who knows what the power of YouTube will do?
It actually could. I'm actually pretty impressed with the growth your channel's been having.
Mm-hmm.
I am too, honestly. Seriously, like now that you mentioned that, I should really like thank everybody who's been like watching these. I do this all the time, but like I think I did at least. People say I say thank you too much and I'm too apologetic and whatever. I don't know. Those guys are losers, but just kidding. But no, I seriously mean it. Thank you guys so much for watching my stuff. I just like I thought it was like a silly little thing that I wanted to do, but then now I'm like, this is actually kind of like making me really happy in life and like making me feel like really focused that I'm like doing something with my life. So I'm really happy that it's yielding positive results, and I'm glad I can share that happiness with all of you, I suppose, by making wonderful content for you and such. Yeah. Anyway, enough with the cheesiness. Thanks for watching the Something Gaming podcast. Next week, maybe we'll have a guest. Maybe we won't. I'm not making any promises because I don't know. Because I'm antisocial and I need to start talking to other YouTubers. Maybe. Or
maybe that one Anthony guy you keep talking about.
Yeah, maybe I'll invite Anthony. He can talk about Guild Wars 2 in a lot more detail. Cool. Maybe I'll get one of those developers from Itch to come on our show. That'd be pretty cool, huh?
Oh my goodness, yes, it would be.
Yeah, maybe, we'll see. I feel like just because our podcast is, like, still starting out, we don't have all the contacts in the world, but, hopefully one day we will, so, I don't know what was up with that foreboding evil laugh, but, we'll leave it in there, sure.
Sure,
yeah. I mean, you never know what to expect on this podcast. I mean, we had such a terrible intro, and now it's ending on a great note, so... Alright, everybody. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to like the video. Be sure to check out Thuy's channel if you haven't already. Be sure to check out my content if you're interested in that, I guess. Yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next week.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye!
See ya.